What if every choice you make is tallied by an unseen council? I'm talking about the Karmic board, a metaphorical cosmic ledger that's been whispered about in ancient traditions and modern ethics alike. It's not just some mystical concept, but a way of understanding how our actions ripple through the universe. Think about it. Every decision, no matter how small, creates a wave in the cosmic ocean. That coffee you bought, the smile you gave a stranger, they all count. And here's something to consider. If this unseen board is watching, what will your next act write in the grand story of existence? It's a question that might just change how you approach your day-to-day life. So next time you're faced with a choice, big or small, take a moment, pause, choose compassion.
Grand Rising, Grand Day. We are here for the cosmic play. We are different beings that are sight-seeing from the dimensional reality that we vibrate in. You can see that we are ones with the whole entire universe constructed for us to reprogram, deprogram, and be who it is that we are meant to see in embodiment, frequency, yes, sound, light, and matter particles. Yes, this is amazing. This is a freestyle. I know it's been a while, but I'm in my flow and I just feel like I need to let you know that this is just the beginning and we are never gonna stop till we're on the top. And then we realized that there was no top because we are all one. All right. Grand Rising, Grand Day. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining me for another fresh episode on this fresh new week of the series of Grand Rising with ChristoLight. I am Marcus ChristoLight, founder of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. We are bridging communities, sharing knowledge, sharing our stories and wisdom, and allowing others to connect through sacred community. I am a producer and editor of multiple podcasts and shows of my own, as well as others around the world. I am also a multifaceted shamanic holistic practitioner. I also help people with quantum healing, inner child healing, shadow work, life guidance, as well as much more. I also host retreats around the country and internationally. And I also am a wonderful host and put together of retreats and events. I can also bring my events and retreats, show you different schedules and outlines that you can build with in the place that you are in the world as well. There's much more that I offer and I'm a part of. I also host an international community of psychics and practitioners and artists and visionaries, and it is open to you to be a part of as well. So I just want to go ahead and put this QR code up on the screen for you guys. And if you guys just scan this QR code, this will take you directly to my link page, which will have my services, my retreat signups, as well as my community director, where you can look at the directory of everyone in the community to be a part of, book services, buy crystals, organic hygiene products. And then also on there is going to be my reishi coffee. So I also distribute a clinical grade organic reishi coffee as well. And it's a privately owned company. So yeah, just check out that QR code. And you guys can also look at the ticker at the bottom and in the description of this episode. You guys will find my link page. Thank you to all of you that support. Thank you to all of you that are joining this journey. And shout out to the Sacred Kingdom as well. All right, so this episode, we are going to be jam-packed with beautiful videos, educational about these different figures that we're going to be talking about today that are representative of our universal karmic board. We'll be learning about what the karmic board is, as well as the different members, and what each member does and how we can interact with them interdimensionally. It's going to be a fun one, and I really look forward to this. It's going to be really cool for everyone to discover this and become aware of how to work with these energies and these different karmic lords, so to say. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get it started. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just dive right in. I was thinking about if we wanted to pull a card first, but let's go ahead and dive in. Maybe we'll pull a card later on. And in case if you guys missed it, our last episode where we left off on Thursday, we talked about the seraphim and the different classes of angels that we have throughout our universe. So this is the seraphim, the cherubim, the archangels, as well as some more. So we have the Great Karmic Board. The Great Karmic Board, also known as the Lords of Karma, is a body of 8 ascended masters who are assigned the responsibility to dispense justice and to adjudicate karma, mercy, and judgment on behalf of each soul on earth. All souls us pass before the karmic board, before and after each incarnation on Earth. Prior to embodiment, souls receive their assignment for that lifetime. At the conclusion of each life, there's a review of their performance before the karmic board. How many of us have seen that in a cartoon or in a movie or a show before? I know a lot of us probably have. I've seen it in Dragon Ball Z, a lot of animes, as well as other shows and cartoons where they're showing an afterlife where you're walking and you're in line and you're with other souls and you're waiting to go get reviewed and figure out where you're going to go to next on your soul evolution. We see it in Egypt when they show the weighing of the scale. I actually have the picture right here on my wall. And I'll show you guys real quick since right here. The great infamous picture of the weighing. So it's the Egyptian, version of that. Got the feather, the heart with the feather amat. The feather amat is the principles and the balance or the order that sustains the law of one for us through our human awareness. So when we follow the principles of Ma'at or the 42 laws of Ma'at, we're able to balance our being and be more in alignment with the wholeness of our being. And that's why the 42 laws of Ma'at are on the earth for us from Egypt. And it's free will, It's free will if you want to embody and follow them. But they're there for that reason, and that's what they're there for. All right, so continuing on. So it says the karmic board have access to complete record of every life stream's incarnation on Earth. They determine who will embody as well as when and where. They assign souls to families and communities and measure out the allotment of karma that must be balanced in that life. The Lords work with each individual's I am presence and Holy Christ self to determine when the soul has earned the right to be free from the wheel of karma and the round of rebirth. So there's a perfect order to everything. And then there's the law of one. And then there's beings that obtain the law of one to make sure that everything is going in balance and in harmony throughout the universe. I mean, it makes sense, you create something, typically you need some forces or some hands to help support it. So then you assign them to different positions in your workforce or in your community. And then they uphold that position in the community to keep the energy going and keep things flowing in that way. It's all reflection from creation all the way to down here in the human life. It's all duplication and mimicking the systems of the universe. So before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and look up for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and look up for you guys. What is karma? On a very basic level. Okay. So what is karma and how does it affect my life? Karma is a concept with a few definitions. The common sayings, what goes around comes around, and what you sow is what you reap, are great examples of how karma works. Hinduism identifies karma as the relationship between a person's mental or physical action and the consequences that follow that action. It also signifies the consequences of all the actions of a person in their current and previous lives, as well as the chain of cause and effect in morality. In Buddhism, karma, big yawn. Karma refers to the principle of cause and effect, the result of an action, which can be variable, verbal, mental, or physical, is determined not only by the act, but also by the intention. So I'm just going to keep it short and simple like that. But that is a very short definition of what karma is. So basically karma, it generates from the mind, body, emotional actions or activities that we take in our everyday life. And then the karma is literally that direct effect that happens from that action or that cause that we took place with. And that's the karma. It's not like meant to be overblown more than that or any less. It is literally you took this action and this is the consequence that took place because of this action. Whether that consequence be quote unquote good or bad to you, that's up to you to determine, but it's about frequency and energy. And this is the frequency and energy that is now the effect of the cause that you took place with. So now what are you going to do with that karma? And that's doing your karmic work or having karmic connections with others, is clearing out those conflicts, those attachments that have taken place from lifetime to lifetime or in the present. So we have interdimensional beings that are designed from the creator, because they are the creator itself, to uphold the perfect coding and the balancing system of the organic blueprint, which is called the Law of One, or the Christ consciousness field. Energies, for the most part. Yeah, all of them. And the reason is that the feminine frequency or the feminine force is designed as a force of compassion, unconditional love, healing and regeneration. And when we learned about threefold flame, we learned about the pink flame, which represents the feminine in our universe. It is the flame of compassion, regeneration, wisdom, and healing. So that is why we have goddess figures or lady master figures of the ascended masters that are upholding the karmic board, so they can hold compassion, unconditional love, and regeneration for us. See, when we're in this human incarnation, we're in such a low density, and we're in the third dimension. We're just not aware of what's so beyond our light spectrum of our comprehension. You know, we talk about it too, how we can only comprehend a very small sliver through our human brain, the universal light spectrum. So it's gotta make you wonder, I would say. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the different wonderful, wonderful beings, goddesses, and figures that represent the karmic board. So the first ray may represent the eight different rays of light that we have. And there are more than 8 as well. But the first ray, which is the blue ray, is represented by the great divine director. So the great divine director, let's go ahead and receive a I am disclosure that was channeled to Peter and Mount Shasta from the great divine director.
In the center of your being is a great light, and you are that light. This is the truth of your being. You shall know this truth, and this truth shall make you free. This is the truth Jesus spoke, the truth for all men, that all men can know. And how can you know this truth? By direct experience. The light that lighteth every man that cometh into the world is a reality. As a reality, it can be experienced. As the wind cannot be seen, only its effect seen, only its pressure felt, so too can the effect of the light within you be seen, its pressure felt. And that pressure is a power far beyond the human mind to comprehend. If you would see that light, then you must go to the light, and that light is within you, within, around, and above. And all things are composed of that light, and that light is within all things. There is no thing, no person, that is not of the light. But before the light can be seen, it is felt. And to feel, you must first develop the ability to feel. And the source of that ability to feel is in the heart. Your heart is the very center of your being. It is the center of your feelings, the center where the pressure of the light can first be felt, then seen, and it can be seen. It takes practice. Do you know of anything worth attaining that does not take practice? Persevere, for the light of God stands above all the world, and you are that light. The more that you dwell on that truth, the more certain of it you will become, and the stronger will be the truth of it within you. Whatsoever your attention is upon, that shall you become. Your attention is a great lens by which you focus your energy and control your being. In all, that power of attention is active at all times, whether consciously or unconsciously. What you are, what you experience at any given moment, is simply the result of what you have allowed your attention to be focused upon. If you allow your attention to be attracted by things of the senses, you will live in a world of the senses, a captive. While if you direct your attention to the light within you, you will find freedom and enter the kingdom of heaven. You have within you every moment the choice. In the center of your being you have a divine director, the consciousness of the real you that will guide and direct you in your choice at every moment, if you will turn your attention to it. And it is a great blazing sun within you. I thank you. Into thy hands, O Father, I commend myself, mind, heart, life, world, for I know that I am your child. From you I came. All that I have, all that I am, is yours. And unto you I now and forever return. Thy will be done through me as it is in you. I am one in God forever.
That was a great start to our videos, I have to say, about full understanding. All right, here we go. So we have the Great Director. The Great Divine Director is an ascended master and cosmic being, known for his alignment with divine cycles and universal law. He is the Manu of the seventh root race, serving as the lawgiver and archetype for an entire life wave of souls designed to incarnate on Earth. His casual body is a giant blue sphere that surrounds the entire planet, containing grids and force fields through which divine energies and judgments are dispensed. The Great Divine Director has sponsored Europe for thousands of years and is an active member of the Darjeeling Council and the Karmic Board, representing the first ray of God's will. He has been a guiding force for many ascended masters, including Saint Germain, Jesus, and El Moria. His service is focused on helping humanity transcend karmic burdens and realign with the divine plan. Wow. The Great Divine Director. Very fascinating. That is something I'm going to connect more with myself. The Great Divine Director. The guiding force that has helped teach Saint Germain, Jesus or Yeshua, and El Moria, which are like three of the most profound ascended masters we have. Wow. Okay. So we'll go ahead and continue. And we'll go into the next member of the Karmic Board. And that is going to be Goddess of Liberty. Let me see here. Trying to see if I can find. Okay, maybe I don't have it in here yet. I had so many videos today. I don't even see it. Okay, maybe I don't have a video for her. But I'll go ahead and read to you guys about the Goddess of Liberty. All right. The Goddess of Liberty. She is a prominent figure in the Karmic Board, representing the second ray. She is the spokesperson of the Karmic Board and holds the God consciousness of liberty for the earth. The Goddess of Liberty has a rich history, having been embodied in Atlantis and as a member of the Amazonian race. She played a significant role in the liberation of millions of souls and was instrumental in founding of the United States. Her presence is symbolized by the Statue of Liberty, which represents hope and freedom for all. The Goddess of Liberty continues to guide and protect the spirit of liberty on the etheric plane, ensuring that the principles of liberty are upheld and honored. That's pretty amazing to think about. So you guys can Google these things and AI will literally tell you all of the quantum information about these beings. All right. I'll go get my coffee. Bye, I'm back. So, Goddess of Liberty. So, yeah, that is what the Statue of Liberty, it comes from organically. And of course, there's been a big battle on that freedom and everything that we have, as you guys definitely know. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and check out a video that's gonna encompass each of the members very, very briefly, since we don't have the Lady Liberty one. But I do have the rest of them, so we will be watching each of the other individual Karmic Board members throughout this day today.
Dedicated to the Karmic Board. The Karmic Board is a body of 8 ascended masters who are assigned the responsibility to dispense justice to this system of worlds, adjudicating karma, mercy, and judgment on behalf of every life stream. The members of the Karmic Board are Great Divine Director, Goddess of Freedom, Ascended Lady Nada, Elohim Cyclopeia, Pallas Athena, Goddess of Truth, Portia, Goddess of Justice, Kuan Yin, Goddess of Mercy and Compassion, Buddha Vairocana, one of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. The Lords of Karma are our divine intercessors, serving as intermediaries between people and their karma. All souls must appear before the Karmic Board, before and after each incarnation on earth, receiving their assignment and karmic allotment before each lifetime, and reviewing their performance at its conclusion. The Lords of Karma determine the cycles of individual karma, group karma, national karma, and world karma, always seeking to apply the law in the way that will give people the best opportunity to make spiritual progress. The Masters gave 2 huge dispensations, especially for our time. The dispensation on the 23rd of each month is when, with the help of your prayer efforts, you can ease the karma of the next month for yourself, your family, your country, and the planet. And the dispensation of letters to the Karmic Board is when you can write your requests, and then take on a certain number of prayers every day to fulfill them. So look here, if all the karma that we have earned over the past 1,000 years would be returned to us now, then we would be gone right away. Therefore, God is very merciful. He gives us karma in pieces and in portions, little by little. So, every day, the angels bring us a bag of karma, and we work on it all day with our zeal. The dispensation of the 23rd is given to us to help us ease the karmic burden. Do you understand? For ourselves, for our family, for the country, and for the whole world. On this day, you can work with your consciousness, with your feelings, with your prayers, with some concrete actions, and dedicate everything that you do on this day to transmute the karma of the next month. And in this way, you simply facilitate your own karma, the karma of the country, the karma of the planet, and of your loved ones. And the difference of this dispensation, which El Morya gave through, is that the more people who participate in this practice on the 23rd, the more effective it will be. If you work alone, then yes. But if you have 100 people working, then all your personal efforts will increase 100 times. If you devote only 1 hour to this practice, the increase is 100-fold. Do you understand? This is how the multiplication goes. Therefore, the more people who, at least briefly on this day, will think about directing some of their prayer effort or some of their action towards the transmutation of karma, the easier and easier it will become for everyone, for you, and for all your surroundings. The members of the Karmic Board meet at the Royal Teton Retreat to consider requests from unascended mankind. The writing of letters to the Karmic Board occurs twice a year, during the days of the winter and the summer solstices. All decisions of the Karmic Board are always carefully coordinated with the great central sun.
You may apply to the Karmic Board with your letters and requests. Your task is to ask for help. The task of the Karmic Board is to consider your request and to render you the help that the cosmic mercy can render to you. Ask the angels to deliver your letters to the addressee. Do not forget to put your name, last name, the date, and burn the letter. If you decide to keep a copy of your letter, you will find out in some time that much, if not all of your request to the Karmic Board has come true. The burden of karma hanging over mankind is too heavy, and the ascended host use literally every chance to help you, the people of Earth, who are in embodiment now. Do not neglect the mercy and the opportunities granted to you.
Okay. All right. Wow. That was an excellent video to give you guys the full in depth of the Karmic board and the members of the board. Really great video. And with that, let's go ahead and continue. And we're going to continue onward. To the next member that we're going to go over. And that is Elohim Cyclopeia. This is actually a pretty new one for me as well. So this will be pretty intriguing. Let's get some music going. There we go. All right, so Elohim Cyclopeia. Cyclopeia, Elohim of the fifth ray, the green ray, the ray of truth, healing, constancy, and the desire to precipitate the abundance of God through the immaculate concept of the Holy Virgin, holding the focus for the all-seeing eye of God and the purity of the science of precipitation. Cyclopeia assists mankind in elemental forms of life to precipitate the abundance of the Spirit of God into manifest form. This is actually very similar to Archangel Raphael as well. Cyclopeia is also a member of the Karmic board, where he represents the fourth ray, the ray of purity. Cyclopeia is the Elohim of vision, and his cosmic consciousness ensouls the vision of the Creator. Creation is an action of the faculty of God's vision. Cyclopeias hold the vision for all of life, and thus he is known as the all-seeing eye of God. Wow. Oh, wow. It's also known as the evil eye. Dang. So that's like the origin of where the evil eye comes from. How cool is that? So there's a message from beloved Cyclopeia that explains why we are in the physical form. So you are dwelling in the lowest point of the manifested world right now. Your vibrations are in the lowest point too, and your manifested world with its vibrations correspond to this point. It also gives the most important knowledge about the energy structure of man. Your physical body represents only an insignificant part of you, because its vibration coincides with the lowest frequency of the manifestation of the divine energy. Your higher bodies that surround your physical body and cannot be seen with a physical eye have a higher frequency of vibrations. Your higher bodies of your higher energetic structures are interconnected among themselves and are connected with your physical body through the system of energetic centers or chakras. You know that along your spinal column there are 7 basic energetic centers connected with your emotional body, mental body, and etheric body. In fact, the number of energetic centers located along your spine is rather more. There are also other energy centers located in other parts of your body. Through these centers, your physical body is being fed by the divine energy. Wow. Okay. I'm going to need a moment to continue here in a second. Let's take a moment to process that, what we just read. Because I've been teaching this for a few years straight now. Exactly what was just repeated from Cyclopeia, Ascended Master of the Karmic Board, the fifth ray, the green ray. Like literally to this depth, to this T, I've been teaching this and spreading this knowledge for a few years straight now about our light body, our chakras, the connection to our mental, emotional, and physical health, how we have multiple auric bodies or multiple energy bodies within our aura. It's pretty wow. Like, you guys can go check out my Light Body Awareness 101 series on the YouTube channel. Sacred Light Broadcast Network. I have a whole series talking about this knowledge that Cyclopeia relays to us right here. Talking about how we're incarnated in one of the most lowest vibrational dimensions of this universe, being in the third dimension. Talks about how we have multiple energy bodies or subtle bodies within our aura. And then it talks about how, we have these guides and different things because we are in the lower dimensions of this universe while we're incarnated as humans on this earth. It talks about how the physical body is not as important as our higher bodies due to the frequency and the density of it and the illusion of it. I'm sipping on some latte clinical grade organic reishi coffee that I'm a distributor of. If you guys are ever interested, just let me know. It is a private company, clinical grade, international, partnered with holistic doctors as well. And the reishi grows in China organically. It's never tampered with. The coffee beans are organic. All the ingredients are lab tested. And you can even scan the QR code and check out all of the lab tested ingredients in the reishi coffee as well. So if you guys are interested, just let me know. I'll let you guys take a look real quick at what it is that I'm talking about with this reishi coffee. So I've been partnered with this reishi coffee company for a couple years now, and they lab test their ingredients. So it's ethically sourced, organic. They lab test. They make sure there's no mold, no pesticides, no toxins, and all that good stuff. It's not really loading too well because of the stream. But yeah, you guys can go to the site on your own if you want. It's called organogold.com. And you guys can check out the products, the story, the intentions, the mission statement, all that good stuff on there. And it's well worth it as well. You save money, it's efficient, it's healthier, you get a medicinal and clinical grade value, and all of your ingredients are lab tested, and you get to see the lab tested results on your phone when you scan the QR code. You can also check out the seals that they have for the certification of their cleanliness. And you can see that on their website as well. Really cool company. But yeah, continuing onward though, with Cyclopeia. Oh yeah, I was going to share with you guys an image real quick of just the human aura. Because he's literally describing the human aura to us. And I'm going to show you guys right here, literally an image of the aura. All right, take a look at that. Boom. Now I'm going to read this to you guys. And you guys will get the full perspective now. So it talks about how
Your physical body represents only a significant part of you because vibration coincides with the lowest frequency of the manifestation of the divine energy. Your higher bodies that surround your physical body and cannot be seen with a physical eye have a higher frequency of vibrations. Oops. So he's literally describing this image to you right here. And this is the image of our human being. So you have that red trace with the white. That's at the core of all of it. And that's the physical human body. Now that physical human body, due to its dimensional structuring and its placement, it is the most solid, which makes it the most densest, which makes it the most lowest vibrational form of energy and sound in the dimensional universal scale. So then each of those traces of color and light that are traced around the physical body, each of those, as they expand into each one, becomes a higher frequency, which means a more open and spiritual connection and more spiritual energy than the physical. So it's like as you ripple out, your vibration expands, which means your acceleration of light and sound expands as well, and you're at a higher vibrational frequency in those expanded bodies. But then when you come inward into your physical sense of yourself, and you're sensing through your physical lens, you're only perceiving through a very narrow and dense lens of the whole spectrum of the universe and who you are. So that's why they talk about the difference between, body consciousness, identifying with the world, identifying with material, allowing the outside world to dictate your life. When we do that, we're allowing the lowest dimensions of our reality to dictate and control our reality. When we are a multidimensional cosmic being that is able to expand all the way out into the ethers and beyond through our consciousness within. Very fascinating. So then it says your higher bodies or your higher energetic structures are interconnected among themselves and are connected with your physical body through the system of energetic centers or chakras. Oh, I keep doing that. So yeah, the chakras that it's showing, those chakras are wheels of energy or wheels of light. That's what chakra means in Sanskrit. And they rotate, as they rotate, they raise the kundalini or your vital life force energy. Let me see if I can find another one for you that shows the kundalini. Yeah, it's a pretty unorthodox episode today. I really like how things are coming through. Okay, so you look here, boom. You can see the two masculine and feminine energies rising up, known as the kundalini, rising up the chakra system in this image right here. I need to grab my charger real quick. This is a really nice episode today, I gotta say. Super informal. And if you haven't yet, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Share this content, get it out there. Share it with your loved ones that are into consciousness and, self-growth. It's the good stuff. So, yeah, you can see there the energy centers helping regulate the flow of our current. And that is with our chi, or our life force energy. And that is what the chakras do for us. So then it talks about, that along your spinal column, there are 7 basic energetic centers connected with your emotional, mental, and etheric body. The number of energetic centers located along your spine is more. Then it talks about how you have more chakras as well. So Cyclopeia speaks on the insufficient development of the energy system or embodied humanity. In this regard, we are not able to receive divine energy through our chakras. I will not reveal to you a great secret if I say that the majority of embodied people do not have any links between their higher bodies and their physical bodies due to the inactive state of their energetic centers. The main obstacle for their activity is karma, energy dense as treacle, which has stuck around their energetic centers, not letting the divine energy pass through them. The majority of mankind has been deprived of an opportunity to receive divine energy through their chakras at all. And as a consequence, when a person cannot receive the divine energy through his chakras, he actually separates himself from God and the divine reality through their experience. I hope that I have managed to explain to you the core of the processes occurring clearly enough. If you do not enable God to manifest through you, then what significance do you have for God? In the near future, an intense differentiation will take place between the people who have chosen God and the people who have made their choice in favor of the illusionary world. Wow, that's like the great cosmic split that you hear about on this planet. The difference between those that have chosen God. What this also means, it could be source, creator, Krishna consciousness, Christ consciousness, universal oneness. Guess what that God word means in this context is those that have acknowledged Christ consciousness within and see the universal connection of all. And those that are still seeing separation, illusion, and allowing the world to be what dictates their life. Those are the 2 pathways that are being spoken of when it comes to what's being talked about with the split. Wow. A little bit of advice from Elohim Cyclopeia, and then we'll watch a video. Beloved, you cannot bargain with God. You cannot give the energy of prayers for receiving pleasures of the physical world anymore. The bargaining is over. I recommend those of you who have not made yet a deliberate choice in favor of God to hurry with that choice. Let the dead bury their dead. We have glorious opportunities for the implementation of God's plan for planet Earth in the near future. And do not let yourself be confused with the obvious injustice and various abuses that you see around you. The night is always dark before dawn, but it is beginning to dawn, and in some time, when a few generations of people change, you will see a planet changing greatly. Wow. Cyclopeia teaches mastery of the third eye and lends his momentum of vision for the freedom of life waves, planetary homes such as Earth, Venus, Mars, and countless other beyond our solar system and galaxy. Phew. Good stuff. I'm feeling that frequency, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and watch a video about Cyclopeia. How exciting.
I urge you to devote every day to God. How often do you remember the Creator and His plans in your lives? Does this ever happen? I think that it is not often. I urge you from this day forward to devote every day to God. You simply constantly think about God and devote all the activities of your day to God. You can utter a particular call before the beginning of each of the activities you are going to perform during the day, and ask God to take control of all your actions so that they correspond to the plans of God. You can ask that your life stream is used by God to fulfill His plans. Thus, performing common things during your day, you always manifest God in your lives and constantly serve God. You simply devote to God all the things that you do throughout your day. Try to do all the things in your life only in accordance with the divine vision. In order to exercise this simple practice, you will have to do at least 2 things every day. Always remember to do this practice and keep your consciousness constantly at a level that is as close to the divine level as possible. For those who will be able to implement this practice in their lives, despite all obstacles, the doors of the divine opportunity will always be open. You will be able to consider many things if you decide to devote your life to God. I am telling you how it should be and what corresponds to the divine standard. God has given you free will, and it allows you to choose whether to follow my recommendations or not. I came in order to remind you of God and His law, and of eternal life for those who choose to be with God. I am Elohim Cyclopeia.
All right. So that closes out Cyclopeia. Now we'll just keep it moving and continue on to the next Lady Master of the Great Karmic Board of our universe. And that is going to be Lady Master Nada. Now we have talked about Lady Master Nada a couple times in this series already. But she is mainly known as the Kohan, or the Lady Master, Ascended Master of the 6th ray, which is the purple and gold ray of peace, ministration, and service. She is a member of the Karmic Board, and she represents the 3rd pink ray of divine love when it comes to the Karmic Board. She is initiate master on the path of the ruby ray. She teaches the unfolding of the rose of the heart, helping us to develop the sensitivity of the heart. She is very much involved with the initiation and sponsorship of twin flames in the Aquarian Age family. She also ministers to the world's children with legions of angels who personally tend to the needs of the youth. Nada says, I give you my love, for all else I have already given away. Lady Master Nada, the soul's advocate before the bar of divine justice, unifier of families in twin flames, qualifier of love as ministration, service to every part of life, a path of deeds, propitious to self-mastery on the ruby ray. The servant is not greater than his Lord. I am my brother's keeper. Ministers, nurses, and all who administer to mankind's needs assist Nada on the 6th ray. She helps with the initiation of the solar plexus. She helps with diverse tongues and integration of tongues, which you can also say is light language as well. So channeling and light language. Retreats, the Rose Temple in New Bedford, Massachusetts, the Jesus Arabian Retreat in Saudi Arabia. Hey, that's pretty cool. The Rose Temple in Massachusetts. I'd love to check that out. I'm not far from Massachusetts. And I know my queen isn't either if she's listening. So that would be a pretty cool trip. So vibration, purple flecked with metallic gold and ruby. Gemstones, topaz, ruby, alexandrite, diamonds with pearl. Quality, peace, service, and brotherhood. And then day, Thursday. Prayer. Beloved Ascended Lady Master Nada, in the name of the Christ, instruct me in the mastery of my emotions, so that I can be an instrument of peace and service to life. Beautiful. Then talks about her time in Atlantis, having a temple of love. But that Massachusetts place, though, would be really cool. So let's go ahead and watch a little something about Lady Master Nada.
Greetings, beloved hearts. About Lady Nada and Lord Sananda. Ascended Lady Master Nada is Chohan of the 6th ray along with her beloved twin flame, Lord Sananda. Together, they embody the purple and gold ray of peace, service, ministration, and true brotherhood. She holds the energy of divine love for humanity, along with Lord Sananda, and works very closely with him. She is also known as the Goddess of Love. Lady Nada oversees a retreat, which is situated in the etheric realms above Lake Titicaca, at the border of Bolivia and Peru. Ascended Masters, Mary, known as Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Pallas Athena, Lady Venus and Lady Portia, Saint Germain's twin flame, are all working closely together in the retreat. From this place in Bolivia, they distribute powerful feminine energies to your planet in order to balance the distortions still existing between the masculine and feminine energies. There is a strong emphasis at present time on restoring the balance between the female and male polarities within ourselves, within our relationships and in the world. Many of these female masters are working to help us with this task so vitally imperative for the ascension of humanity. Unless humanity begins manifesting more balance between the masculine and feminine expressions of power in the world, we will not easily experience the changes in consciousness which must take place before the period 2010 to 2012. The long-awaited golden age can only manifest when divine balance between the male and female polarities becomes a reality on the planet. Lady Nada tutors candidates for ascension in mastering the God qualities of the solar plexus chakra and preparing to receive the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Nada is also messenger for Lord and Goddess Meru, the mainess of the fourth root race, whose retreat and temple of illumination is situated at Lake Titicaca, South America. Lady Nada has a certain cosmic authority for the incoming age. Healing is one of her services to mankind, as well as the use of the pink flame. Her symbol is a pink rose. Nada is also a member of the Karmic Board, a group of 8 ascended masters and cosmic beings who dispense justice to the system of worlds, adjudicating karma and mercy on behalf of every soul. Through both these offices in the Great White Brotherhood, Chohan of the 6th Ray and member of the Karmic Board, Nada teaches the path of personal Christo by expressing love through ministration and service to life. She assists ministers, missionaries, healers, teachers, psychologists and counselors of the law. She represents the 3rd ray in her position with the Karmic Board. Lady Master Nada's etheric retreat is located over Saudi Arabia where she works with her beloved Lord Sananda. From the 7 Sacred Flames by Aurelia.
Oof. These frequencies today, I gotta say. I'm just so grateful. Just so grateful for these frequencies that we get to open ourselves up to at our free will and be able to draw into this field that we are co-creating today. I don't know about you guys, but man, these frequencies are beautiful. Learning about these ascended masters and these beautiful, beautiful reflections of our own consciousness that are here to help bring love and compassion to us in this journey. When you think about it, we really need it. We really need it in this life. I mean, there's so much density. There's so much dark energy. There's so much ignorance. There's so much pain. There's so much struggle that we go through in this life. And what better way of the Creator showing love for us by giving us guides and higher perspectives. All right, so now we are going to take a look at the next, and that is Lady Portia, the goddess of justice and opportunity. All right, let's try this again. Looks like the frequencies are getting a little out of control over here. Man, are we gonna make it? There we go. All right. Cool, it's working. All right. So continuing. Ascended Master Lady Portia is the Master Kohan of the Golden Ray, representing the seventh ray of light, which has violet flame energy. She is the keeper attributes, using elements of the wind, the earth, the fire, and the air. Her energies help us to attain balance. Wow. Lady Portia insight. She can govern just judgment and mercy. She offers help to those who have a weakness in criticizing and judging themselves in their heart centers. This gets rid of their lower vibrations and enables them to be more accepting and loving to themselves and others. She helps us attain a balance between our heads and our hearts. She teaches also make ourselves free. If we call on her, she will help us out on karma, on mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional levels. And that is Lady Master. These frequencies are getting a little wild out here over here. Bear with us. It's like ever since I acknowledged the frequencies, it's felt like my crown chakras has been wide open. And now that the Wi-Fi is just glitching. Kind of funny. But anyway, we'll keep it going. Portia. Hmm.
Celestial Justice from Lady Portia alongside Saint-Germain addressed to the pure souls of humanity. On July the 7th, 2025. Know, dear children of the Divine Light, that you are experiencing a complete metamorphosis at the core of your being, as much as in your patriarchal societies still active today. I come to you, alongside my beloved German, to offer you human assistance in the service of your souls and your societies in the process of dissolving. The planetary scenario you are witnessing is the result of thousands of years of experience and learning to master the universal laws of love. The sacred laws are all governed by the Source, and when they are violated, celestial justice acts in truth, with full knowledge of the facts and actions, the intentions and consequences of errors, and the corrections of accumulated errors. I come to you to touch your hearts, your souls, your consciousness. For I stand by my eternal beloved German, responsible for celestial justice for our earth for the next 2,000 years. It is my duty on this very day to introduce myself to you so that you may become acquainted with my vibration of light, as well as with the unified consciousness of our sacred couple of ascended masters in service of the one and eternal light. I therefore address each soul, for each soul is concerned, and collective humanity is concerned, by the radiant future that awaits the new humanity of the age of Aquarius. I therefore make a final appeal to each of your souls. Know that your response, which is made with the intention of your heart, will weigh in the balance of collective humanity. Each soul is concerned. You are concerned. I simply implore you, before the witness of life, to welcome into your heart the deep peace within your being, by accepting in all truth to receive reconciliation with yourself. Acceptance is the first law of love. I tell you this because there is no longer any need to repeat the same mistakes. The past is over. It has already borne the fruits of its experiences, and there is no longer any need to relive the nightmare engendered by the wars and conflicts, by violations of sacred laws, and by ignorance, naivety, and forgetfulness of God, the eternal source of love. Receive, I beg you, my words, with the wisdom of your heart. Accept my request as an ultimatum. It must serve as a referendum of a planetary level. Put your thoughts in order. I will guide you if you ask me. Your mind will thus become once again the great servant of your heart, your soul, and your divinity. Allow yourself to experience your redemption. Ego and pride have made a huge damage on your earth. The Golden Age would not retain an ounce of duality. No space is available for suffering, separation, division, contempt, and fear. Everything is dissolving before your eyes, which is why I call upon your souls. For your souls have come to incarnate to honor the Golden Age, to fertilize the age of Aquarius, to serve love in the eternal present. This is what I wanted to share with you. Be blessed by the eternal light. Lady Portia, alongside Saint-Germain.
Wow. That was just so beautiful. Got chills right now. Ooh, man. Ooh, we definitely taking in those frequencies through the crown. Could feel it. That crown area just buzzing right now. Wow. That was from July 14th of this year as well. So that's not one of those 70s, 80s Ascended Master channelings. That was channeled in July, just 3 months ago, and shared to us on the earth by Lady Master Portia of the Violet Ray with Saint Germain. The twin flame of Saint Germain, which means she is one of the ushers of the golden Aquarian age that we are transforming into right now, currently on this planet. But I just love how she speaks on what will not be tolerated, what will not be able to go into a transcended vibration when it comes to our behaviors, our ways of life, the patterns, things of that nature that don't embody the frequency of a transcendence. We got to do the work. We're here to do the work together. Let's continue. And next we have Pallas Athena. So I'm sure a lot of us have heard of Athena before. Athena from Roman and Greek mythology. And, she's definitely heavily associated with Greece and the Mediterraneans. Man, I'm not sure what's going on with the internet right now. It is struggling. It was ever since we got to Lady Nada, we got into that violet energy, everything has just been so difficult for the technology right now to keep up. At least on my side. I don't know if it's like that for you guys, but Pallas Athena, she is referred to as Lady Master, Lady Athena, or Athena. She is the goddess of wisdom and the goddess of truth. She is the Lady Master of courage, law, justice, civilization, wisdom, inspiration, and strength. She is known as the Kohan of the 12th ray. And this is the ray of... She is one of the divine masters who sits on the karmic board. She represents the 5th ray on the karmic board. And this signifies order, logic, and that is associated to our true life, feminine energies. She does this alongside Kuan Yin and Lady Nada. Insight from Pallas Athena. She increases our intuitive abilities. She helps us open the third eye and leads us into enlightenment. She teaches humankind science, mathematics, and cosmic law. She assists in finding truth within ourselves. She encourages us to live an honest life. She has strong and focused energies that influence our lives positively our values, principles, and truths without fear of anything or anyone. Pallas Athena works to ensure that we express lovingly and purposefully. She fills us with knowledge that we need to use to approach situations in our lives with wisdom and clarity. She'll give us the insight to come up with ways of overcoming challenges in our lives. She wants humankind to live choices in life if we want. So that is Pallas Athena.
Ever
And we'll
wondered
go ahead and watch a video
what
about
it
her.
would be like to be born fully grown and armored, springing from your father's head? A curious birth indeed, and it's exactly how Athena, one of the most revered figures in Greek mythology, came into existence. Athena's story begins with an unconventional birth, daughter of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Métis, a Titan goddess. Athena had a rather extraordinary entrance into the world. Fearing a prophecy that his offspring would overthrow him, Zeus swallowed Metis while she was pregnant. Unbeknownst to him, the fetus continued to grow inside his head. Overwhelmed by a splitting headache, Zeus had his skull opened by the god Hephaestus, and out sprung Athena, fully grown and armored. Athena's story is not just about her unique birth, but also her remarkable attributes.
I don't know what's going on. All right. My goodness. The frequencies. We'll try this one more time.
Ever wondered what it would be like to be born fully grown and armored, springing from your father's head? A curious birth indeed, and it's exactly how Athena, one of the most revered figures in Greek mythology, came into existence. Athena's story begins with an unconventional birth, daughter of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Métis, a Titan goddess. Athena had a rather extraordinary entrance into the world. Fearing a prophecy that his offspring would overthrow him, Zeus swallowed Metis while she was pregnant. Unbeknownst to him, the fetus continued to grow inside his head. Overwhelmed by a splitting headache, Zeus had his skull opened by the god Hephaestus, and out sprung Athena, fully grown and armored. Athena's story is not just about her unique birth, but also her remarkable attributes. Known as the goddess of wisdom, knowledge, and intelligence, she was a guiding light for philosophers, scholars, and strategists. She was also the goddess of strategic warfare, offering guidance to heroes like Odysseus and Perseus in their quests. But Athena was not just about warfare and wisdom. She was also a patron of crafts and arts. She is credited with inventing the bridle, which allowed humans to tame horses. And she taught mortals the arts of weaving and pottery. Scene script. Athena's symbols are as unique as her story. The owl, a symbol of wisdom and intuition, and the olive tree, a sign of peace and prosperity, are closely associated with her. Snakes, symbolizing rebirth and transformation, are also linked to this multifaceted goddess. Athena's influence extends far beyond the myths. This complex goddess has had a profound impact on Western culture, inspiring art, literature, and philosophy. She remains a powerful symbol of female empowerment, strategic thinking, and intelligence. So to summarize Athena, the goddess born from Zeus's head, is a figure of wisdom, strategic warfare, and the arts. Her symbols, including the owl and the olive tree, represent her attributes and her influence. Athena's story, from her unique birth to her enduring cultural impact, makes her one of the most fascinating figures in Greek mythology. Let us end with an inspiring message from the goddess herself. I wish you would understand this day that when I say I am truth incarnate, I must rely upon your body, your flesh and your blood, your mind and your soul to be the incarnation of the word of truth that I am. I am Pallas Athena. I am Greek. I am Roman. I am freeborn. I am a member of every nation. I am an American. From this day and forevermore, I claim you for the cause of truth, because you have made that cause your own. In the living flame of truth, I am grateful for your love of truth, of liberty, for your courage and your self-sacrifice. I am grateful, and I bow before the flame of truth within you. And I will use that flame to light a nation and to light a world.
All right. We made it through. We made it through. So now the next one has to do with Buddhism and the Buddhas. And this is the Chinese Buddhism, that is. That is, I'm not sure if I'm going to be saying it right, but Vairocana Buddha. And is referred to as the sun or great sun, and symbolizes the omnipresent light that is impossible to block, unlike the physical sun. He is a notable representation of Vairocana in the Spring Temple Buddha, a colossal statue located in Henan, China, which depicts him in a grand form. So he is known as the boundless, the all-pervasive. He is the ever-shining light into this world. Expresses the role of truth and wisdom. Let's see what this has to say. Clarity, compassion through thought and art. Beautiful. And we do have a video for him as well.
Who is the Vairocana Buddha? Have you ever wondered about the significance of the Vairocana Buddha in the world of Buddhism? This figure is not just an ordinary Buddha. He holds a special place in Mahayana and Vajrayana traditions. Vairocana is often referred to as the universal or cosmic Buddha. His name comes from Sanskrit and means luminous or embodiment of light. This reflects his close connection to wisdom and illumination. In Buddhist teachings, Vairocana is seen as the Dharmakaya, which translates to the truth body of the historical Buddha. This concept represents the ultimate reality that goes beyond physical form. He embodies the essence of enlightenment, making him a central figure in Buddhist cosmology. Vairocana is considered a primordial Buddha. This means he is the original source from which all other Buddhas arise. In many representations, he is depicted at the center of the 5 Jhani Buddhas. This group symbolizes different aspects of enlightened consciousness, placing Vairocana as the cosmic center of spiritual energy. In East Asian traditions, such as those found in China, Japan, Korea, and Vietnam, Vairocana is known by names like Dainichi Nyorai, which means Great Sun Buddha. He is viewed as embodying the entire cosmos and symbolizes universal truth and the interconnectedness of all things. Statues of Vairochana typically show him seated on a lotus pedestal, surrounded by smaller Buddhas. This imagery highlights his role as the origin and support of all enlightened beings. When it comes to sacred sites and religious architecture, statues of Vairochana Buddha are often focal points in temples and pilgrimage destinations. These sculptures are not just artistic creations. They serve as spiritual symbols that invite contemplation on reality and enlightenment. Pilgrims visiting these sites engage in rituals and meditations that honor Vairochana's role as the embodiment of wisdom and cosmic truth. Vairochana Buddha is a cosmic and primordial figure representing ultimate reality and wisdom in Mahayana and Vajrayana Buddhism. His representations in sacred art and architecture link physical sacred spaces with the spiritual journey toward enlightenment. Understanding who he is can deepen your appreciation of Buddhist art and the significance of these holy landmarks.
So that is the Buddha of the Karmic board. And I gotta say, this has been a very fun episode, exploring these different Karmic board members and how we can connect with them consciously. Super beautiful. All right. Now, our last one that we are going over, and that is Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin, Kuan Yin. Gosh, do I love Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin. The temple of grace and compassion is what Kuan Yin represents. Let's see if we can get it on the screen. Oh, it's working for us. Beautiful. Kuan Yin. Here's a quote. I offer to all who call to me the light and truth of my being, for I am one with the compassionate light of all that is. In times of turmoil and disharmony, call my name out loud 3 times. I will come to you to ease your pain and suffering. I am the one. Kuan Yin. It is said that Kuan Yin is the incarnation of Mary, Sophia, and other feminine icons, all being the same soul, holding the feminine frequency. Kuan Yin is a bodhisattva, a being of bodhi or enlightenment in Buddhism. She has foregone the bliss of nirvana through her vow to save all the children of God. She carries the goddess and divine mother aspect of Buddhism, as does the Lady Mary, Isis, Shakti, Parvati, Radha, and Sita in other cultures. Kuan Yin's name is a translation of the Sanskrit name of Avalokitesvara. In its proper form, it is Kuan Shish Yin, which means she who hearkens to the cries of the world. She is also one of the lords of karma on the karmic board and has the power to offer karmic absolution. Her proper name is Kuan Shish Yin. It means she who hearkens to cries of the world. She is often portrayed pouring a stream of healing water, blessing all with physical and spiritual peace. The dragon, a symbol of high spirituality, wisdom, strength, and transformation, is a common emblem associated with the goddess of mercy. Kuan Yin, the great goddess and mother of compassion, loved and revered through Asia and the world. Kuan Yin is a beautiful expression of the Divine Mother and is often depicted riding on a dragon, holding all the elements of the dragon energy. She ascended and turned back to save others and made this pledge: never will I seek nor receive private individual salvation, Never will I enter into the final peace alone, but forever and everywhere will I live and strive for the redemption of every creature throughout the world from the bonds of conditioned existence. She teaches us all the states of compassion and how to create this in our hearts through forgiveness, through acceptance of what is in each moment. She assists you to release your judgments and expectations so that you may truly hold compassion for all things, acceptance and embrace of all that is, no matter what it is. Wow. She offers you upliftment, and she is associated with earth, fertility, and birth, and she helps bring energies of magnified healing. She is the counterpart of Mother Mary, and she works to balance the feminine energy. Call on her when your heart is closed and you are filled with judgment, separation, and resistance. And she will help with karmic absolution. Wow. Kuan Yin. And with that, we're going to close out with a beautiful 6-minute sutta from Buddhism that sings the Buddhist mantra for Kuan Yin.
So this is our mantra from the Far East for the Bodhisattva of compassion, Kuan Yin. Sa
founder flames. This right here is an embodied form of the violet ray spectrum. Tap in and tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. Live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Grand Rising with ChristoLight, your sacred space for discovering the Ascended Masters in crystal healing. Ashe.